So this came up. Sander, why do some speakers say that they don't know nothing? Or that they don't know anything? Well, that's a good question. I bet they know how to tie their shoes and how to eat their food and go to the toilet and do their work. I mean, there's just simply knowing. There's just an innocent knowing how to navigate in certain situations, how to tie your shoes, how to eat your food, how to drive your car, how to go to your toilet. But there is no separated knower. There's just simply knowing. Natural. There's nothing fancy about knowing or not knowing. It's just simply what's happening. As is claiming that you don't know. Well, there's just simply knowing. There's just simply no separated knower. Knowing is just knowing. It's not about knowing or not knowing. And in a way, it sometimes becomes ridiculous when people are saying, well, I don't know what this means. I don't know what meaning means, or I don't know what 10 means, or what 12 means, or I don't know what a flower means. Well, no. A flower is just a flower. Yes is just yes, and no is just no. So going around and claiming that you don't know anything and trying to hide, so to say, behind beautiful phrases that there is no knowing is just simply this already. And in a way it becomes funny. This so-called claiming that there's no knowing. Because there's just simply knowing. One is one, yes is yes, no is no. The sun is the sun. But there's no one separated from whatever is happening, words, sounds, to know absolutely what this is. And at the same time, this is fully known. This is a body talking. This is a body making sounds. And there is a knowing of what these sounds mean. There's a knowing of what these words mean. There's a knowing of how to tie your shoes and go to the toilet. It's all naturally this already. But there's no one separated as a separated you knowing this. There's just simply knowing. But there's no one owning this knowing. This knowing is not for a separated you, nor is this knowing for or by a separated you. There's just knowing. Knowing that there's a listening, that there are words, and understanding the language, or knowing the English language, or whatever language there is just simply this already. So in some way it seems like it's dirty to say that you know what yes and no means. Yes and no are just yes and no. It's obvious. Yes means yes, no means no. One means one, and two means two. And claiming and saying that there's no knowing is just too funny. It's really enjoyable when people start saying, well, I don't know anything. I don't know what 20 means or 25. I have no clue. But when you give them $20 instead of the 25 they should get, they know that it's $5 too less. They don't say, I don't know. They say, you should give me $25 and not 20. So it's funny. It's not about knowing or not knowing. There's just simply this, whatever is happening. And in the totality, no one is separated from this to know this, because there's just simply this. 20, 21, 22 words, sounds, a wall, a face, eyes, sounds, lips moving, a guy with a cap, listening to a guy with a cap. It's all just simply this. But there's no one separated from this as a knower of this, as a doer of this, or as an owner of this. There's just simply this. And this includes the idea that there is knowing or no knowing, that itself is not known already. There's just this. This is it, whatever is happening. And there's no one able to separate this and step out of the words and out of this listening to know what this is as a totality. And at the same time, it's fully known that there's a conversation going on, words, sounds. This is it already.